the Golden Globes, guys. It's the Golden Globes. And what does that mean, Maddie Adderley, off the telly?
What does it mean?
It means it's a dry run for the Oscars.
Right.
It means whatever happens here doesn't necessarily mean it always translates, because you often get those instances where something wins a Golden Globe and it doesn't win the Oscar. But it's a pretty good steer. Now, what are the major
The
differences?
most important thing for me is being a foodie is there are no meat options at the Golden Globe dinner.
I was about to say, what is there a vegan award?
It has everything.
No meat
is
options?
Vegan.
No meat options. God, that must have been funny for Ricky Gervais. You know, he was the host and he stood up there and said, I want no one, absolutely no one, to make a political comment about anything. He said, none of you have got a clue. You've been to school, you've had a real life experience of school about as much as Greta Thunberg was. It's over the line. Apparently went down like a bucket of cold sick, most of his insults.
Did it?
Yeah, but I kind of felt that. I saw him going in on the red carpet and they said, have they pre-vetted your script? And he looked a bit itchy about that. And I thought, he's just basically going to go up in a ball of flames. And I think he just basically tumbled a hand grenade into Hollywood and just saw what...
And it didn't work.
And it didn't really
It does
work.
fascinate me how Hollywood keeps trying this with Brits and their humour. Who was the other one that it just went down really badly? Because our humour is so different,
Oh, it's
isn't
so...
it?
love our
And his humour...
I love our humour.
I mean, I think he's brilliant. I mean, his last series...
He's a genius.
He's a genius. And I do worry it sort of went... sort of like, you know, tumbleweed in Hollywood.
Yeah,
now,
but we still find him funny.
we find him funny,
What if he
exactly.
took a burger in with him?
No, I think he took a pint. He sat a pint on the thing. He's very funny.
I remember once when I was doing a movie, might as well drop this in, and
Clang!
and all the cast were American, and I arrived
With a
it was
pint.
in the middle of the desert in Morocco, and everyone was in the hotel, and I'd arrived, and they'd been filming for quite some time, and now I joined the table of actors.
Yeah.
And said, what would you like to drink? What would you like to drink? And I said, well, I'll have a vodka and tonic, please. And they were all like, they were like, you mean you're drinking hard liquor?
Oh,
I went,
right.
No, I'm just having a vodka and tonic.
Oh, right.
I didn't know vodka and tonic was hard liquor.
Yeah. Her name sounds like the description of a granola bar, doesn't it? Oh, I can I have the Halle Berry flavour. Okay, what's the other distinction between the Golden Globes and the Oscars? What's the major distinction? What do the Golden Globes do that the Oscars don't? Do you want me to answer for you?
Yeah.
They do television awards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Oscars don't. And they also have two very odd categories for films. They have drama and then they have music and comedy. So you get a best film in each.
Okay.
And it's usually the best film in drama that generally goes on to win the Oscar at the, you know, for the best film. Generally.
Right.
So it's been a big year. Why is it a big year this year? Because there's a particular amount of skin in the game for a certain person or two people around this table, isn't there? With Joaquin Phoenix.
Well, me as well. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I mean,
Yeah, but you wouldn't be
there's
heartbroken.
no doubt he should get the Oscar.
But would you be heartbroken if he didn't win?
I'd be upset. Well, I would be just jaded.
Jaded.
Because, I mean, let's not forget our
Rami
beautiful
Malek.
film that
I'd
didn't
be
win
heartbroken.
anything.
You'd be heartbroken. Do you think you may go on a rampage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pretty
Joking
heartbroken after A Star Is Born.
We didn't get
Star
anything.
Wars
did we?
was
Got
so
the best song,
neglected,
huh?
yeah.
All raid Hollywood.
Raid Hollywood and kick them in the balls. Okay, well, I'm going to run through some of the awards, and I have to say, it's quite an interesting selection. I'm going to start with the kind of non-winners because they don't appear. And the biggest surprise for me, which I think is kind of life-affirming, is that The Irishman won nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Good.
I was quite surprised though. I thought there'd be a bit of pressure, and what I'm pleased about with that is that Netflix have tried to bully us, I feel, with a press push on that film into believing it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
But do you think Hollywood's done that because Hollywood doesn't want Netflix taking over the movie business?
That's what people are going to start saying, but I would argue it's about it being a very inferior quality, overlong and boring film. And I'm pleased that the Golden Globe Awards ceremony has recognised this fact.
The Oscars could go the completely different
Well, the Oscars could go the complete opposite way, and that's always interesting. Now, here's the thing. Let's have a look at some of the lower ones. Where Netflix did win, Laura Dern won for Best Supporting Actress in Marriage Story. So the Laura Dern machine just ploughs on, doesn't she? Best Performance by an Actress in a Television Drama went to Olivia Colman, The Crown. I mean, she
Oh,
has...
The Crown.
For The Crown.
Sorry, the television. Oh.
Television, this is for television.
Right.
I'm just sort of picking around the ones that at least... Best Original Song, as we have a singer in our midst, dear Maddie, there, went to, you'll be pleased to know, Elton John and Bernie Taupin for their original song, I'm Gonna Love Me Again in Rocket Man.
Oh.
Which is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Best television series went to Fleabag. Not surprisingly, Phoebe Waller-Bridge won 2 awards. I mean, you've got to, whatever one feels about Phoebe Waller-Bridge, she has absolutely slam dunked the industry. I mean, she won for best TV series, and she won for best performance by an actress in a musical or comedy.
Wow.
Quite something, eh? Quite something. You'll be surprised by this. Russell Crowe won for The Loudest Voice, in which he plays Roger Ailes. I mean, I thought that was such a...
Oh, the problem for us as well with that was we went from watching Succession to watching that, and it was just like a really embarrassing cousin.
Well, some great news on that front. Succession won Best Drama.
Yay!
That's the best award you can get.
Oh my God!
The best, beating Killing Eve, The Crown, Big Little Lies, and The Morning Show.
Oh wow! God, it was up against some
tough stuff. And Brian Cox won Best Actor.
Oh,
in a television series drama, so I'm thrilled for him. That's just brilliant.
That's so wonderful. If you haven't seen it, guys, please watch it. What I would say though is the first episode is a bit slow. It is. Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't reflect the rest of the series, so you have to push through and watch the rest.
So that's the sort of television side of it, and those are the sort of more minor awards. Now, we're relieved The Irishman didn't get much. Marriage Story only got 1, which was Best Supporting Actress. Best Screenplay and Best Film, musical or comedy, went to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh my God.
Tarantino has won 2 Golden Globes, which is curious because it sets him up for a potential win of Best Picture at the Oscars. Yeah. So it's a biggie.
Your mum loved it.
Yeah, my mum loved it.
It was your mum's #1 film. Oh no, #2 film.
Yeah. I'm sort of building myself up to this. Guess what the best picture was in the drama category? Of course, let's have a look at what was nominated again. Let's remind ourselves. Best Motion Picture. So this is kind of the one with all the... So you've got the 2 popes, Marriage Story, Joker, we know The Irishman doesn't win, and 1917.
It's going to be the 2 popes, isn't it?
1917 won Best Motion Picture Drama at the Golden Globes.
Oh, that's so good.
It's great.
That's
he also
amazing.
won Best Director. So Hollywood is cock-a-hoop with the idea that Sam Mendes is going to potentially win the best Oscars but that means the Joker's out.
That's why I can't believe you're responding like that.
So that means Todd Phillips hasn't got anywhere as director, and he certainly doesn't get a look in on the Best Picture. Now that could shift, but I was genuinely shocked by that news.
What do you think, Maddie?
Don't even.
No?
Don't even go there.
Okay, Best Performance by an Actress in a Drama. Again, there's the 2 categories, remember, musical or comedy.
Okay.
Is Renée Zellweger in Judy.
Oh, she was great.
So it does look like your thought that perhaps she could win. Now that is a definite shoe-in potentially for best Oscar.
Best Actress.
Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy, Awkwafina in The Farewell. You know, the girl from
Was that a comedy?
Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah, I mean the comedy definition, but she beat.
They put The Favourite in the comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, she was up against Anna de Armas from Knives Out and Beanie Feldstein from Booksmart.
What favourite?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the comedy genre.
Guess who won Best Performance by an Actor in a Musical or Comedy? So this is not the drama. Taron Egerton for Rocket Man. So, I mean, that's quite something. So 2 Golden Globes for Rocket Man. So, of course, all of this is leading me to what? The Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. We had Christian Bale, Antonio Banderas, Adam Driver, Joaquin Phoenix, and Jonathan Pryce, the 2 popes.
I will pass out if Adam Driver gets it. Don't tell us it's Adam Driver.
The award goes to Joaquin Phoenix!
Yeah!
Boom!
Oh, so good.
So it's such a relief to feel that now.
Baby.
Yeah, so
relieved.
But another great one for Maddie as well. The reason I'm holding this one back too is the first woman to win Best Original Score is Hilda Guanajuato for the Joker's soundtrack, has won Best Oscar.
Oh my God.
And it's
Best
Golden Globe for Best Original Score. She's the first woman to ever win the Original Score Golden Globe and potentially to go on to win the Best Oscar.
God, that's so cool.
How often does the Golden Globe reflect the Oscar?
Very often. Very often.
What, like 90%?
No, I mean, the problem with it is that my rationale in my head is I think, well, 70% of what happens at the Golden Globes will be reflected in the Oscars. But the thing that you can never predict is in which categories. And I think the thing that always surprises at the Oscars generally is the Best Picture category. If you think last year, it all kind of went where we thought. It was the Green Book, which was a curious decision. It often feels like a political decision. My fear or feeling is that where 1917 has done very well here, for political reasons, the Academy might go for The Irishman, I hate to say it, because of Scorsese and it potentially being his last film.
Not the Joker.
I think this proves that Joker is going to be marginalised apart from Joaquin. I mean, I think it's a good sign. It's a good sign. And, the fact that Adam Driver didn't get a look in, is good. So I think we might be safe at the Oscars, but God only knows, we might not.
By the way, we love Adam Driver.
But we love Adam Driver. We just didn't like Marriage Story. But the other interesting news for Nanny Diet is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has done well, so a bit of a...
She's going to be unbearable.
Yeah, bit of a fight there. Personally, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood might win the Oscar for Best Picture.
We're back.
Sorry,
because
guys.
My plonker of a husband forgot a very, very important award.
And I
for Best Bloody Supporting Actor.
Yeah, and I should really be wearing the T-shirt, the Champion T-shirt that Maddie got me for Christmas, because that's his T-shirt in the film. Yeah, Brad Pitt, rather brilliantly, won Best Supporting Actor for his stint in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again.
Tell you what, life has just gone up and up for him since he left Angelina.
Yeah, you say that. It doesn't look like
now
it, doesn't
him
it?
and Jen are very, very close, very good friends. They spent Thanksgiving together.
Yeah.
For more film and family fun, don't forget to click the subscribe button and make sure to click the bell to never miss an update.